Christmas Day and Boxing Day, but there's another knocking oh so closely. At that time, it's all about fresh starts for many. Hi, I'm Audrey. Welcome to this festive Friday of Jamaica Magazine. Your daily dose unfolds now.
It's always beautiful in Jamaica. Everything usually be green and pretty. We have beautiful water. Temperature that is normal temperature. The water never cold. We've been into business for about 13 years. JUSC-COOL. Just cool. It's spelled with 3 0. We make 3 different types of pudding. We make potato, we make cornmeal, and we make toto. This is the cornmeal, okay? That's actually almost the last process. What he's gonna do now, he's gonna put a gel on top. Within no time, he has to take it off because the gel give it a nice taste. We have people like Shelley and Fraser came here. We have, you could name the biggest artists, Shabba Ranks, name them all. Being the Man, they all come here and buy their pudding. This is what we grew up on. Now, when the people come to Jamaica, everybody, as soon as they land off the plane, this is where they come. They want to taste this pudding because it's bring them back to the old days. The long time days when they was kids growing up and they used to sit on the fire and watch their mama, their grandmother bake the pudding. We try not to change off our roots, we try to keep it that way. And not only that, we have a lot of love because we're all about love.
Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh, and this is your JIS News for Friday, December 27. Approximately $14.7 billion was in circulation during the week preceding Christmas. The data issued by the Bank of Jamaica on Tuesday says this represents an 11.2% increase in total currency for the week December 16 to 20. Approximately $11 billion was recorded for the corresponding period in 2018. The central bank says the figure translated into a $15.9 billion or 12.2% net increase in the amount of currency for the month up to December 20. Total currency in circulation for the year up to December 20 totaled $145.9 billion, representing an 18.5% increase for the corresponding period in 2018. The central bank further stated that, taking into account the forecasted change in the general level of consumer prices, the estimated real growth in currency for the period is 12.3%. This is largely in line with real growth of 12.6% for the same period of the previous year. The Public Safety and Traffic Enforcement Branch, PSTEB, is imploring partygoers to abide by the road code and be safe while traversing the nation's thoroughfares. The warning from the PSTEB comes against the background that 425 persons died on the road up to Christmas Eve since January.
Between 12 midnight and 8 a.m., that's when we have a thing known as our traffic band. During that period, you find partygoers leaving places of entertainment and traveling along long stretches of road. And in doing so, that is where we see the single vehicle crashes occurring with static object, whether you crash into a utility pole, you crash into the median of highways, or something like that happens, or you crash into a ditch.
Superintendent Kubri was speaking at a recent JIS think tank session. Superintendent Kubri also urged parents to be mindful of children using motor vehicles without a driver's license to attend parties and events during the season. He added that no one under the age of 18 years old or without a driver's license should operate a motor vehicle, as stated in the Traffic Act. He also appealed for motorists to be extra vigilant when driving along crash hotspots and urged them to be mindful of using bright or colorful headlights, as this impairs the vision of other motorists and could result in a motor vehicle crash. More than $2 million worth of medical equipment and accessories were officially handed over to the Kingston Public Hospital, KPH. The donations made recently, courtesy of the American Friends of Jamaica, includes a stretcher, 8 physician digital scales, 3 vital signs monitors, and mobile stand with accessories. Programs analyst at the American Friends of Jamaica, Francis Fulton, says most of the equipment were acquired through a pledge drive at its gala held in Miami. Through a collaboration with Jamaica Hospital Supplies, the requisite medical supplies were sourced. The company will also be maintaining the equipment. Senior Medical Officer at the KPH, Dr. Natalie Wiley, said the donations will help to bridge the gap in the budgetary provisions and meet patient needs. The Portland and St. Elizabeth infirmaries will each receive an ambulance in the coming months. Local Government Minister Desmond McKenzie made the announcement at the recent St. James Infirmary Christmas dinner. The aim, he said, is to equip all the island's infirmaries with an ambulance. The minister assured the staff that the government is committed to improving service delivery at the nation's infirmaries.
We are ensuring that those persons who require the help of the state, that they are not deprived of those benefits whenever it is required.
Still on local government news, the minister is imploring citizens to alert the authorities if streetlights in their communities are being removed. Minister McKenzie informed that unscrupulous persons have been going from community to community, sometimes in vehicles, taking away streetlights.
What they do is that they drive up in a truck, and when they ask the question what happened, they say the light not working, so they have to take it down to fix it. I am told that when the light go out, they don't need to take it down to fix it. They can fix it same place. So anytime you see anybody removing the light, take down the light's number, call the police.
The minister added that each streetlight has a number on the post. Therefore, if a streetlight has stopped working, residents are advised to share that number with their local authority or councillor. And finally, the nation's leaders in their Christmas Day messages called on Jamaicans to exhibit hope and courage. Governor General Sir Patrick Allen said, despite the negativity, tragedies, and challenges experienced during 2019, there is so much for which Jamaicans should be thankful.
We were spared any natural disasters. Our country is steadily making progress in many different areas. We were encouraged to take greater responsibility for our health and wellness programs. The government and the security forces are working to combat crime and violence with the support of our citizens.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness, in a similar message of hope and love, thanked the essential service workers who stand guard during the festive season.
Our essential services, air traffic controllers, doctors and nurses. I wish to specifically acknowledge and thank the men and women of the JCF and the JDF, who are even now deployed to keep the peace in various communities across Jamaica. It is a difficult task. However, we cannot give up. You are the last line of defense against those bent on destroying the peace.
For his part, the leader of the opposition, Dr. Peter Phillips, called on citizens to reach out to those who are in need.
Let us keep an eye on and open our hearts to those who have lost loved ones, who may find Christmas a difficult time filled with special memories. Let us also reach outside of our own circles to those who are alone and in need of a little cheer.
And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.
Let's get a little breeze on this land. All right. Now let's get some bounce in the rhythm. All right. Let's get some fire on our hearts. Now that is what we call all right. Run, come, get some Jamaica.
So let's be honest. One thing that we look forward to during the Yuletide season is going places. Well, luckily Jamaica has a range of offerings suitable enough to soothe any taste. Let's go around the bend and visit pieces of Portland.
So Portland is this parish where the waters move to their own dialogue. These shapeless liquids shaping our ability to experience life around us. Of course, we keep returning to stunning but familiar blue or turquoise spaces we grew up around, but maybe never quite enjoyed how we're supposed to.
This is a parish where the water smooth like rum, Jamaican style.
Where life can be spicy like jerk chicken, the true flavor of Portland.
Our the culture can be exciting like we the people. 6 boy!
Luxurious resorts, the greenery of tropical plants, and the radiant sunlight, all of which of course make Portland a breathtaking place to see. But today we're exploring the seas of the parish as Portland speaks to us with her unique language. So ever since time, people have been seeking waterways to open new horizons or even driving coastlines in search of surf spots. Well, here at Boston Bay Beach, we found one of Jamaica's ideal surf spots, where surfing in the country began in the 1900s.
The traditional surfing that we have come to envision when the word is used of someone standing on a surfboard riding a big wave. The popularity of that in Jamaica actually probably took off somewhere in the late 1950s to early 1960s. Boston was one of the places where surfing was possible, and as such these surfers who lived in Kingston used to make a regular trip over to Boston Bay to enjoy the surf over there. Boston Bay became renowned as one of the surfing beaches in Jamaica, being the fact that it was on the north coast and it was a beautiful picturesque cove that also allowed for swimming as well as surfing. It became very popular as a surf destination. I could say that I've got my first personal surfboard in about 1974. And I've been surfing since that time until now. It enriched my life, and with a feeling when you're surfing, it's almost like flying, is what I would say. You feel like you're flying because you're moving over the surface of water like how God said him to move over the surface of the water in Genesis 1.
And just in case you didn't know, Boston is an unusual but beautiful horseshoe-shaped bay that leads to the sea. It provides a lovely view. Surfing is not so popular in Jamaica, but at this beach, locals and tourists will be tempted by the tides to grab a surfboard and ride the waves. So if you're here, do it anyway.
My name is Anthony, and I've been surfing over 4 years now. Boston Bay Beach is one of the safest beaches to surf and swim and come and enjoy our good food that we have here as well.
Well, I've been surfing here at Boston Bay Beach for 9 years now and still going. Well, you have beautiful scenery, nice waves for surfing, and then you have nice jerk food all around and nice friendly people. So right now here at Boston Beach is like the most beautiful place on the island for surfing. Surfing kind of like refreshes my mind and after a stressful day and stuff like that. And teaching people to surf is also fun. It helps to put a smile on other people's face and stuff like that.
You're a newbie like myself, come to Boston Bay Beach and test the limits of gravity on the tides. Rent a surfboard, get yourself a surf instructor and surf up. I promise you, it will be an unforgettable experience. Now on my journey in Portland, I discovered somewhere that's tucked away in the parish. Off the beaten track, a literal hidden gem, Turtle Bay. And what makes Turtle Bay so unique? The bay is named for the turtle-shell-shaped stone monument that magically rises from the water. Well, that's of course if you believe in magic. And there's an adventure to be had in trying to find your way there. Turtle Bay is a great place to just escape from the rattle and hum of things, chill and just enjoy the view of the lovely rocks. Now, after exploring all those exhibitions of colors, the ebb and flow of tides, and the beach bowing to our need for adventure, I mean, it's only fitting to relax a little above sea level. I'm on my way to Canopy House, and these are tree houses or hotels tucked away high up in the rainforest. So you can just imagine the lush surrounding. Birds tweeting, leaves rustling, sea splashing. But it's easy to see how all these come together to create one thing, beauty.
Canopy House is actually near the Blue Lagoon in Port Antonio. We are totally off the beaten track. It's hard to find us, and that's deliberate. It is not for everybody. Canopy House is pretty much in a rainforest. So we have totally wooden structures. We try to fit into the environment. So if you're not into natural scenery, if you're not into environmentally friendly properties, this is not for you. We use local people to make the houses and local wood. So sweetwood, almond tree, these are just some of the names. We actually exit into the Blue Lagoon, and we have a deck that you can jump off and swim at the Blue Lagoon. We have kayaks on property. I find though that the people from Europe enjoy Canopy a lot. And lately we have been getting a lot of people from Jamaica, because Port Antonio is now becoming the capital of getting away from it all in Jamaica.
It's no easy ride getting here, but it's a worthwhile trip. So Portland may be several different things for several different persons. And for me, it's a parish with so much beauty to see, feel, and taste. Come and enjoy the whole Portland story, from the bush to the beach or the hill, whatever you will. Really, it's all here.
For some, this may be the time when we pause to reflect on the achievements of the year, just before we hit 2020. Here's one major achievement for our island home, a bilateral agreement between Jamaica and China, where several of our outstanding athletes got the chance to train on China's soil. Take a look.
The Jamaica-China Technical Cooperation Program is the largest bilateral sports agreement between the two countries. For each year of the 3-year China-funded program, 138 Jamaican athletes, managers, and coaches from 7 sporting disciplines traveled to China for 2 months of intensive training.
So we have 3 teams in Yunnan province, that's in Kunming. Those are swimming, female basketball, and female volleyball. In Yunnan province, we have synchronized swimming, gymnastics, badminton, and female football.
One of the first stops that we made in China was to the Kunming Physical Training School, where we observed the volleyball, basketball, and swimming teams in training.
They train twice per day, starting at, the day actually starts at 6 when they have breakfast. We arrive at the center by 8:30, where we do a 30-minute warm-up. They hit the pool by 9 o'clock. Training is normally completed by 11 once the sets are completed, and then we return to the hotel. They have lunch. There's a 1.5-hour nap time, and then we come back in the afternoon at 2:30, another half an hour session of warm-up, and then we go again at 3 until 5.
They take this training very serious, and we also see they have the many improvements during all the training. But for one thing, that's the coach very appreciates that they follow coach instruction, and they try their best to get more improvement.
As you may know, China is ranked amongst the top 5. They have one of the top 5 best volleyball teams in the world. So coming here to train, we're training amongst the greats.
While here, we do a lot of repetition, and it really helps us getting better performance-wise. Where we're weak in terms of our strength, the gym work really helps, and when we go on court, it shows. So we're able to hit the bar harder, able to jump higher, just perform better.
They're really positive and they are serious with this training and they like to learn.
The coach, he uses gestures while he speaks to us. So as volleyballers, we understand those gestures, and those who came last year will understand a little of the Chinese, like counting from 1 to 4, we understand that, and other little things.
Shababa means it's a very delicious food from where he comes from, the Yunnan province. And he said that after people eat it, they get very energized. And so we say it because we want to get energized on court so that we can perform our best. We usually say it before, like when we're cheering before our match or when we win a point.
The basketball team was only a few meters away from the volleyball players. The team's training site, Kunming Physical Training School, is a high-altitude training base that pushes the cardiovascular and circulatory systems of athletes to optimal levels.
Breathing, it's really hard here because of the altitude difference. So, the higher we go, less oxygen there is or air. So when we go on track or even in here, indoors, when we're running, it's really hard to catch our breath or to even breathe normally. Some people, we have, I think, 4 athletes that have asthma, so it's extra hard for them, but they manage. In 2 weeks or 3 weeks, everyone adjusts and we're okay.
And on Monday, we do a little bit of skill training and core exercise after the skill training. The core exercise is abs basically to improve your strength, jumping, running, all of those assets. The biggest improvement is the fitness level and the skills. Dribbling the ball, floor spacing, setting pick, setting off the ball screen, and just learning to play as a team.
And there are even more benefits to be derived from the athletes' daily encounter with their Chinese coaches.
They're very disciplined. They teach us life skills about respecting time, all of those things. They're very disciplined, and it's good training, life skills for us.
Wait until you hear about the other athletes we're visiting in the city of Changsha.
Being here has really been an amazing opportunity. Working with the Chinese coaches, they've really been helping us learn new techniques, and it's been really new. Some of their techniques are different, but I realized that they really do help the girls improve.
The girls that I have here is from age 6 to 13. Elisa is my youngest. Her name is Elisa Alexander Black. She came up here, she's very strong, but she gets stronger. So if you put her into a present stand, she can stay up into a present stand as long as for 1 minute and go back down, but she's very strong for her age.
Like Elisa, another gymnast that has grown in strength and performance is young Chicoy Bennett, the only male gymnast on the team this year.
I've gotten some skills, some high-level skills that I would need to be able to put in a routine to be able to compete. So yeah, that's, I would say, is one of the biggest achievements I have so far. My objective is to go to the Olympics, possibly the Olympics and the World Champs, possibly medaling.
But training wasn't the only activity on the gymnast's daily agenda. The team also showcased the dynamic dance routines they have been learning. Their performance was well received.
Hi, I'm Kayla, the captain of the female football team here in China. Ni hao. In terms of the training, some of the things that we do here you don't really see in Jamaica, so you pick up a lot of new things that you can bring back home and teach your teammates, your coaches, your friends. Every drill that they do right here, they focus on defending they put in both attacking and defending. So if you look at them playing right now, how they set out, the coach incorporate all of those stuff in it. In Jamaica we do drills like this, but you don't really think there are so many drills, but like this one thing until you come here.
This is an awesome initiative, and I think that it can only be better for the nation, for the girls to come to a place like China to enhance their talent. I believe that the girls want to be that next reggae international girl, and so this year it has really pushed the girls to work even harder, and you can see in training where they are constantly reminding each other to stay focused.
So there's only one more team to visit, and this team happens to be the largest group in the delegation. Can you guess what that is? Badminton.
Our delegation consisted of 28 persons, of which 23 junior players, 1 player coach, a liaison officer, and myself, the team manager.
Well, last year we mainly focused on the physical aspect on our body, and this year we mainly focused on the technical aspect and the tactical, which meaning that we focus mostly on the fingers, the arm actions. And in Jamaica we play European style of badminton, while here we play Asian style of badminton.
Biggest thing that surprised me was probably their playing style. When I was in Jamaica, we're taught to use the wrist more, and then now we're taught to use the fingers to play. And it has really helped in my game, play much easier and more comfortable now.
It would be remiss of me not to extend on behalf of the government and people of Jamaica, and especially on behalf of my minister, the Honorable Olivia Grange, the appreciation or gratitude to the government and people of the People's Republic of China for this wonderful program.
Motorists, when driving on the road, here are some simple reminders. Look out for and extend courtesy to all road users. Give plenty of room to pedestrians, especially in wet weather. Drive slowly. No bother wet them up. Slow down when approaching a pedestrian crossing or school, and always be prepared to stop. Remember, a school zone is a 30-kilometer zone. Cut your speed. Drivers of large and slow-moving vehicles should always keep in the far left hand of a dual carriageway. Keep it simple. Drive left and pass right. These are just simple reminders of your road duties. Drive safely.
Earlier we mentioned what not to do when you're about to drive during the festive season and beyond. Here are a few more tips. Try not to overspend heading into the new year. Saving in whatever way you can is always a good option. Think out your utility expenses, such as the electric bill. Let's stick to the budget and work with a plan. Try not to miss out on the opportunity to spend some quality time with friends, families, and loved ones. And try not to lag behind in whatever task you have to do at work. How about clearing your desk before you head out to enjoy the season? We want to ensure that your experience this season is as merry as it should be. Let's work together now. After all, happy people do create a happy space for Jamaica to truly become the place of choice to live, work, raise families, and do business. And we're closing off another Friday edition of Jamaica Magazine, but we're here again tomorrow. Until then, visit the JIS website or YouTube channel, and also keep up with us on our Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter pages. On behalf of the entire production team, I'm Audrey Williams. Walk good and take care.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.